T.R.U.T.H has started the climb. The T.R.U.T. If y'all aren't familiar with me, this is my man Ed. Ed. Me and him originated a lot of the shit that is coming into fruition today. Doing this Mars fucking John Travolta thing, you know what I'm saying? John Travolta from Mars. Anyway, yeah. So I haven't been posting a lot of YouTube because the computer that I was using to edit the vlog but I'm gonna just start doing a daily vlog now on the live stream, so y'all can just keep up with us. If you're not familiar with what we do all kinds of shit, but I spit. My name's Truth, and I spit hot fire. But yeah, you can check out the videos. If you look up hashtag MKOT, you can check out the music videos and the tracks that we have out. And if you stream music anywhere else, like Spotify or anything like that, you can look up all caps with periods in between the letters, or True Rhymes Uniquely Teaching Honesty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are SHC, Spontaneous Human Combustion. My boy right here is just beginning learning how to play guitar in the journey of guitar playing, and he's doing pretty good actually. It's not a racket anymore. He's been doing it for how long? You been playing, Ed?
Since July.
Since July, so like a couple months, maybe 3. And he's getting there. He's getting some rhythm. Like I can do some weird singy stuff over it now. I like it. He's getting the style. You can tell real Chicano. Do you hear that? But he's also like real indie. Like it's indie Chicano. You know what I'm saying? And then like he's still trying to move his way into like metal and like folk and other things, blues and stuff like that, because I know those are his musical tastes. But anyway, this is The Climb, right? And what is The Climb? The Climb is a daily vlog that I am starting to do. We have a couple of pre-episodes that you can watch. If you look up hashtag The Climb, it'll bring up the episodes before. Basically just explained like my musical journey, what inspired me to do music, what my journeys to today has been almost, you know what I'm saying? And that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Is on the last episode I was talking about how we got back to Albuquerque after this long trip where I was hitchhiking on Vans Warped Tour, and then this man along the couple of hours went and picked me up, and we went to the Cannabis Cup in Michigan. We went to Columbus, Ohio. We went to Denver, Colorado, and we ended up back here. We went to California. I talked about coming back from California and just getting back to it. And like, so I started this construction job with a homie and started saving up some money, and there was an opportunity to be part of a contest. This artist named Stoner Jordan from Arizona, from Mesa, Arizona, was hosting a contest, and I got involved in the contest, and I won myself a slot to go on his tour the next year. So this was about December 2016, and I win this contest, and we roll into the next year, and I go on the tour with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we buy a van to tour in. We're on Vans Warped Tour again that year, with the vendor that I was helping sell the products that he was pushing, the Ice Cold Ices. Check out Cool Suppliers. That's the name of the company. Shouts out to Tim. But yeah, so I go on the Stoner Jordan tour, right? And like, we do the first couple of dates together, Norman, myself, and the homie Glenn that plays drums. We had spoke about him in the previous episodes, and he's in Saturday Night Riot. Make sure y'all check out Saturday Night Riot. You can see some of their content pop up when you search hashtag MKOT as well. So I'm on the tour with Stoner Jordan. we do the first couple of days together as a team, and then they take the van back to Albuquerque because it had temp tags and they needed to like finish the registration and shit like that. So Norman takes care of that. I'm on tour with Stoner Jordan. I'm trying to edge myself away into his camp, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of enjoying the tour. And it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, like I had a lot of footage from that tour, like videos and pictures and shit like that, and I wanted to edit it together like the kind of the way that the other episodes were coming. And I just decided fuck waiting, you know what I'm saying. I wanted, like, because I've done so fucking much since then already, since the last episode was dropped, like, and I can't fucking sit around and like not document it any longer. So I'm on the tour with Stoner Jordan. My last stop is supposed to be like what, I don't remember, but I wasn't supposed to go and do 420 in Denver with him originally, but I ended up like proving to be an asset. And he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like you might have to like take a couple of days off and then meet us in St. Louis, but you can finish the rest of the tour with us. And Norman and the camp were supposed to be meeting me in fucking Denver. And so I'm traveling with Jordan, we're rocking shows, I'm fucking killing shit, he's killing shit, everybody's killing shit. And we get to Denver, and we start kind of like making bonds with people who are now people who we work with closely. D Rain, fucking Lit City, and the rest of the folks that are affiliated with Lit City. You know what I'm saying? The homie Blaze, the homie Nick Payola, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking, there's a gang of people out there in Denver that we fuck with now because of that tour. And so, you know what I'm saying? If you guys ever have the chance to work with Stoner Jordan, it's definitely something that you might want to consider an opportunity, and see if it's right for you or whatever. Now, I was supposed to finish the Jordan, and I get spooked sometimes. Like, I'll smoke certain strains of weed. Like, sativas don't really sit well with me sometimes. And so I got spooked, and I, decided to just like leave the tour and fucking go home to Denver with the rest of my camp. And 420 was amazing. We fucking smoked like a fucking half-ounce blunt, and we was chilling. We made our way back down through Colorado Springs to Albuquerque and stopped and like was able to do like a clear channel radio interview, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just like internet radio, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like some bullshit. It was a real clear channel station. We got to do an interview there. Shout out to them folks out there at the, you know what I'm saying, at Blaze in Colorado Springs. I don't remember exactly what the station's like numbers on the dial are, excuse me, but yeah, I know that it's shout out to KO Blazing. He's the one that actually got me the interview. We just crossed paths and I started talking some talk, and he's like, man, you got interesting stories, you want to do a radio interview? And so like we hopped on it the next night. We fucking went into the dollar movies and like smoked out. Like that's what we do in Colorado, we smoking and shit, you know what I'm saying? Dab bar, speakeasy, vape lounge. We went and invaded like we always do. Y'all are so hospitable, we appreciate y'all so much. Then we made our way back down to Albuquerque and started to gear up for Vans Warped Tour. And then all of a sudden I get I hear a homeboy from way back in the day, you know what I'm saying? He was a little youngster when I was coming up still, you know what I'm saying? In like my fucking like later teenage years, 18, 19, you know what I'm saying? And like he was in middle school, and he's a rapper now. His name's Oda Creep. He's a fucking sick lyricist. Make sure you check him out. You know what I'm saying? So me and him, and Norman decided to jet out to Vegas. He was like, hey, I need to ride to Vegas. It's my birthday this weekend. I need to get out there, blah, blah, blah. So we fucking hop in the whip, you know what I'm saying? Scoop him up, fix the fucking brakes, you know what I'm saying? And we fucking blam, go out there and we party it up. And y'all can find a bunch of photos and stuff on like my Truth page and you know what I'm saying, on my Instagram and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Follow me at True to the Rhymes, True the number DA, the number 2 DA Rhymes, True the number 2 DA Rhymes, all one word. On Instagram and Snapchat. If you follow me on Snapchat, you get to see crazy shit. Like I'll be doing way more crazy out of the pocket shit. Like on my Truth fan page on Facebook, I keep it pretty family friendly for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like I smoke weed, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Even on Instagram, really, uh, might rant and curse a little bit, but nothing major. You know what I'm saying? But Snapchat's where you're gonna see all the like behind the scenes, backstage party and shit, bullshit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, check that shit out. Anyway, finish Jordan's tour, go to Vegas, come back to Albuquerque, start gearing up for Vans Warped Tour 2017. At this point, I get the idea that, I mean, I was already gonna be hosting a stage in the parking lot, and then I decided that I was gonna start taking donations of $50 to lock in slots for people to be able to for sure perform, so that we could help build the hashtag MKOT brand, which is becoming a nonprofit organization that's going to help people dealing with mental illness, people dealing with traumatic brain injuries, folks that are homeless, people that are dealing with the battle of alcohol and drug addiction. And it's also going to be an advocate for medical marijuana, as well as recreational marijuana, because that is a form of therapy for me, and that's what MKOT stands for, is my kind of therapy. So that's what's going on right now. We do Vans Warped Tour, or like we do this little tour, right? We do the Road to Warped Tour, where we went from Albuquerque up to Taos. Taos is fucking amazing. It was our first time there. We were at a Rejuvenation CBD Wellness Center, and they have an open mic, and we got super like just blitzed out of our minds. And the folks out there in Taos like smoked a 2-ounce joint with us, like. Whew, it was real life, and it was real love, and we appreciate it so much. And they invited us back to their home and let us sleep there and cooked us breakfast in the morning, and just it was nothing but love. And we can't wait to be back out in Taos as soon as possible, absolutely, on the next tour. So we go from Taos to Denver. Denver's cool. Hostel out there called Hostel Fish. They do an open mic, and they give you like a free shot. They kind of like want to warm you up, I guess, to get out there and shit. What's going on? Whoever's watching, I appreciate you watching or whatever. I'm just kind of giving y'all an insight on what the climb is. It's a vlog that I'm going to start doing on a daily basis, letting y'all know like what's going on. We have an RV that we're going to start touring in, but we have to do some repairs to it. So that's going to be part of the vlog. Touring, the daily struggle of like, how do I feel today as an artist? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like my outlet to document, like, it's a climb. Like when people climb mountains, they don't climb them by themselves for a reason. They have to have friends and a team, you know what I'm saying, for a reason, because this is something that not the average person can do. And you want to use other people's wisdom along with your own to be able to get you to the top, because you have a goal that you're trying to reach. You're not trying to just attempt this shit, people, so that they can get to the top and back down and back to their family safely and shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is our incline. You know what I'm saying? We are starting the incline. This whole time I've been doing music for about 10 years now, right? It's longer, probably 15. I've been rapping for like probably 15 years. I've been a recording artist for about 12 or 13 years. You know what I'm so and I just began the climb up the mountain. All of this till this point has just been the journey to the actual base of the mountain, so I could start the descent. Or wait, what is it? I don't know. I think that's the wrong word. Descent means down, right? Okay, so what's the other word? I wish y'all motherfuckers, can I see y'all fucking comments or shit? Like, comment something. Anyway, what is the right word? I'm not as educated as some people might think. Anyway, I'm trying to educate myself more on a daily basis. Education is power, and fucking all that shit. Anyway, so we began Vans Warped Tour, or we begin the road to Vans Warped Tour, which is we go to Taos, we go to Denver. From Denver, we go back to Colorado Springs. We come back to Albuquerque. I pick up the homie. We were supposed to do a show in Sacramento, California that next night, but we didn't make it there, unfortunately, and I'm still trying to like pay back the homeboy who had us set up a show on his birthday. Shout out to Mr. P Chill out there in Sacramento, California. He's an OG, triple OG. You know what I'm saying? In the rap hip hop game. You know what I'm saying? And check him out. You know what I'm saying? But so we make it to San Diego, California. We do a show that night. We wall out. We go light a fire on the fucking beach. The homie Glenn decides that he wants to go and fucking dine and dash at Denny's. Like, we hop up in the Denny. Like, he was already in the Denny's while we was lighting fires on the beach. And like, he's like, I'm just gonna run, dog. And I'm like, oh, well, fuck it. I guess we ain't fucking eating at Denny's. You know what I'm saying? And so he runs out the fucking choo. And fucking some waiter, he wanted it more, man. He wanted it more. That waiter fucking chased him for blocks, and he said that he just got tired, bro, and just stopped and gave him like a fat fucking tip on top of what he already owed. And that's a fucked up story, but it's also hilarious in some points. So you know what I'm saying? Throw a thumbs up if you think that's hilarious. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel if y'all are new here and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is True Rhymes, uniquely teaching honesty, always astonishing with my positive philosophy, constantly promoting. Um, so we go from San Diego to Venice Beach, or no, to Venice Beach, right? I believe. Something like that. We dropped off Glenn with the people that he was like touring with on Vans Warped Tour. He was traveling with this group of people that he plays music with on Vans Warped Tour, and so we dropped him off. We start making our way up the coast because the first date's in Seattle. So we start making our way up the coast. We go to Venice Beach. Then I kind of just say fuck it to all the rest of the dates because there were a lot of open mics and shit. And so we went to Venice Beach and we just did some paintings and rap for tips and shit and blah blah blah. And we go and we get to Portland, Oregon, and one of the homeboys kind of like jumped ship, and we fucking make it to Seattle, and we start doing Vans Warped Tour, right? And Vans Warped Tour is amazing. It's definitely something crazy, and we were being invited in as family, and we really appreciate that. And things kind of went the wrong way. We they have like a barbecue, and they were letting they were just treating us like family and shit. You know what I'm saying? They have like these barbecues when they have days off to drive on the tour shit, and everybody was kind of just being real cool with us and inviting us in, and we had a mix up, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who made one of the $50 donations showed up early in Denver on the Vans Warped Tour and like started causing trouble, and I had to be thrown under the bus. And I understand why, like nobody needs a lawsuit over something like that. And what's going on? Hey, look who we have here. We have a pretty face. Hey, pretty smiles. But yeah, so we kind of get kicked off of Vans Warped Tour, right? And we fucking make some moves. We went and fucking did like a moving job the next night and fucking made some money. And actually we went and fucking like crashed this open mic that they do, like this karaoke open mic that the homeboy Ken does at this place called the Silver Spur. I heard that he's now the owner of the Silver Spur, and it's in Lakewood, Colorado, I believe. It's right outside Denver. But yeah, some crazy ass shit happens, and me and fucking the homie Ed get into a fucking boxing match, and he fucking decided he was gonna jump out the whip, and we ended up he made his way home by himself, and we did this fucking moving job, and we start making our way back down. We stop in Taos, get a lot of love, fucking sell a bunch of merch and shit, and they fucking helped us get home. It was real dope. Get back to Albuquerque. I was originally supposed to do a show for the mini gathering of the Juggalos here in Albuquerque, put on by Spunky Killer. And so I got back into town, and like I had canceled because we were on Vans Warped Tour, and so I was like, "Yo, can I still rock the show?" He was like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." So I go. They have a barbecue. We go kick it at the barbecue, go to the show, rock the show. Everything's good. This dude, this like deaf homeless like dude is trying to like get in my ear about shit, and I'd already given him some money earlier in the evening, and like he's harassing like Norman at the merch booth and trying to get some shit like for free, and I'm like offering him little things, and he wants like the most expensive thing on the table, which was like this gas mask and shit. And I was like, man, I can't give you the motherfucking gas mask, bro. Like, chill out. And he didn't want to leave. And so, I ended up being disrespectful to him and the owner of the club. Me and him duked it. Well, we didn't really duke it out. Like, he blindsided me, and fucking kind of threw me some fucking hooks. And, I turned around and was like, who the fuck is that? Who did that shit? And he was like, me. So I was like, let's talk outside. He follows me outside, and we was about to roll. And, he planted himself, boom, and just, he came out swinging. So I was going to use his force against him. He planted himself and just hit me right in the spot. I guess he's a boxer or something like that. I don't fucking know what. But, anyway, I dropped like a board, boom. Some cats happening to my feet, and I'm like sitting there like, yeah, what? Who's ready for it? We still ready to go, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like spitting blood all over the place and fucking offend a homeboy and blah, blah, blah. We had to squash beef or whatever, but I just like got some yay. And I was like, is my nose broken? First fucking thing I do, I check, oh, nope, my nose ain't broken. Bust open that bag, start fucking doing lines so that we can stop the blood. Stupid. I'm stupid. Don't be like me, children. Don't be like me. I grew up idolizing rock stars, and they don't even have the fucking liability insurance to deal with us anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm having to start my own company because people are like, you're a problem. Anyway, this is why I got kicked off of this tour I'm just about to catch you up on. So, get knocked the fuck out, get banned from a couple of venues, all in the same night. And that's 2017. That's how that year turned out. We did a bunch of music at the end of the year, which was cool. And then I wrecked the fucking van because I'm trying to run over Norman, and Divine Intervention came and said, no. And now we have no vehicle to travel in. And 2018 is approaching. And is now here. And we can do... Denver, like 420 in Denver again, rock it out. We did a couple of trips this year. We went to Pueblo, Colorado. We went back to Denver and did another show. And we were supposed to do a tour in August that kind of fell through. We ended up doing like this show in San Diego with the homie D-Rain, and that was cool. And be on the lookout for the Wavy tour. Wavy. It's gonna be super wavy. It's gonna be mad wavy. It's gonna be like tsunami. You better get like you're not even gonna be able to use floaties.
With the wavy,
the wavy kids don't use floaties, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I have to take a shot every time I say so to get myself back on track. We did the show in San Diego, and I'm like bummed, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna get to tour this year. And then this kid, I call you a kid because you are one, and you are a child, and you act like one. The dopest Matrix, Matthew Elkins, hits me up on Facebook, and he says, I'm on tour. I'm going to be in your city. Would you like to open for me? And I'm like, no, not really. I don't really want to. That's what I'm thinking in my head. But I'm like, maybe we can connect or network or whatever the fuck, blah, blah, blah. So I say, all right. And I do the show. And so after the show, I get this man and his punk, and I'm like, yo, let me go on the rest of the tour with y'all. And he's like trying to be cool, and he's like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Come on the tour with me, bro. And I'm like, all right. And I let them sleep in the RV for the night because they've been sleeping in the car. And I have my bags. And I'm like, hey, so about their life. And they're like, we don't know. And then I convinced them, convincing ways. It's money. Right? And so, yeah, I jump on the tour with these dudes, and we go to Arizona. But actually, we went to my cousin's fucking wedding first. We went and crashed the wedding like, hey, we're some rock stars. They're like, aren't you part of the family? I'm like, not part of the groom's family. What up? And so we party and fucking everything, blah, blah, blah. We leave the next day. We go to Scottsdale, Arizona. And A couple nights later, we play a show at Rogue Bar, and we are pleased to be going back to Rogue Bar soon. We'll definitely let you know when we book that next tour, and they will definitely be one of the venues on the list. They treated us with so much love. Love the people out there. Hey, what's going on, Jeanette? Thanks for watching. Um, so yeah, we like the sound guy kind of takes a liking to us, right? Or to me anyway. Like I guess he likes strange music, and he could see how I had like similar tones. So he made me sound super crispy, and I'm like, yeah, man, fucking blah blah blah. We're touring. I'm trying to get a shower. Can we fucking shower at your crib tonight? He said, yeah, I know what it's like. I've traveled and toured. Of course you can. So we go back to his crib. He just so happens to be a recording engineer too. Him and his roommate are recording engineers. So I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I want to record something right now, right? Like I didn't just jump on this fucking tour to be a lame motherfucker. Like I wanted to come and do the craziest shit that anybody could ever do on a tour. So I came and I fucking conquered. And then they were like, hey, conqueror, like conquer somewhere else because you're like conquering us and we don't want to be conquered right now. We thought we were the alpha and shit. Right? So anyway, we'll get to that part. So I buy a beat and we lace a track and we're smoking blunts and we go to California. And then we camp out in the woods and drink a bunch of vodka and cook fucking chicken and bell peppers and shit over a fucking open fire. And that shit was tight. And, we start making our way to LA. And for a few days, there's like a few days where we don't really do shows, but LA's tight. So, we're whipping around LA and we were doing this thing called Postmates where you deliver food. So we kind of were like delivering food to people in the Hollywood Hills. Oh my God, I've never been so close to the Hollywood sign. And like, oh my God, like I'm getting to meet fucking people's assistants. Great. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we'll have an assistant in a house on the hills one day. Like I'm not opposed to it. It's all love. But we're fucking whipping around Hollywood Boulevard where the Walk of the Stars are, fucking go to fucking Venice Beach and sell some paintings and stuff like that. Run into this woman who's out there who has like a lot of crazy shit to say, right? She like hears the that's what they want you to think song, and she's like just boom, just unloads all this fucking shit on a live video on Facebook. And hey, fuck it, I gave her a platform to speak on. Hopefully people listen. So at this point we are in California. We leave we don't leave California, but we start making our way up the coast. We stop in Santa Clara, get to take another shower. Now LA was actually tighter than that, you know what I'm saying? Like we stayed in this hostel in LA where you had to like share like bathrooms and showers and shit with people. Like, and I guess that's just like a normal thing. Like that's just how like some apartment complexes, it's like an apartment / like motel, because it's like month by month, but it's like a hostel. Just call it a fucking hostel or something. They're like, this is a motel. I'm like, this is a fucking hostel. I don't know. Anyway, we're staying in this cool ass hostel. We fucking me and Matrix fucking lace up a joint, and not like when you smoke, but when you listen to. It was cool. I would like took from who's that motherfucker, like Logan Paul or whatever. I was like fucking he's in the hook talking about like buying a Ferrari. You just want to buy a Ferrari. And I'm like, I just want to buy a Ferrari. Pull it to the dealership with like a suitcase full of pennies, like not giving a fuck. I'm just trying to be stupid, the stupidest I can be on this music, right? So we're this is shit, everything's cool. Make our way up to Santa Clara. Shower time. We get some showers. We rock a show at this fucking coffee house that night, like a random ass like open mic that somebody else does or something. And or it's called Hip Hop and Coffee. It was at like the university out there. It was cool. I want to go back to that place. We go to the club. They host this other little open mic or this thing or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. We were just kind of like drinking and dancing around to an empty room. It was just kind of us. But we kicked it, and we start making our way up to Oregon. We had a show in Medford, Oregon. Smoke it up. Look. This is like a bag of weed. Just like that's just weed. That's not like it doesn't have a name. It's called weed. It has a name. It has a name. Its name is Robert Paulson. But okay, so yeah, we go to Medford, Oregon, right? And Medford, Oregon is fucking tight. We get this dispensary to like donate some product to us. They donated like this pack of like filtered joints, so they look like cigarettes, right? And they come with a filter, and they were probably the best pre rolls I've ever had in my life, because the weed didn't shit on you, and it was awesome. And King was in Oregon, Medford, Oregon. Love like Oregon in general just loves Chinese food and dank beer. I've noticed like there was mad Chinese places out there in bars, and so this place fed us their buffet, but it was way too heavy. Like I was just not used to eating greasy shit like that. I had been on the road for a few days, and like I was only eating like hard boiled eggs and salads and bullshit like fruit. So like I ate all this fucking Chinese food, and then I just puked it right back up. Ugh, it was disgusting. But we play the show. Like the fucking place that we performed at is literally inside of this Chinese restaurant. Like there's a little room in the back of the Chinese restaurant that connects to the bar, and like that's where we performed. And there was still like booths and Chinese shit on the walls. You know what I'm saying? Like they when they get a lot of fucking customers, like they just filter them back there, and then maybe some live entertainment. But it was fun. Like we performed in an actual Chinese restaurant. Then I was going to the bar, and like they had 151 Bacardi, which if you don't know about 151 Bacardi has been discontinued. Like you can't find it anywhere unless you can find it. And I found it. And the bartender was being a dick at first. And then he found out I drink 151 Bacardi straight and light it on fire, and he was like, I'm gonna get this man drunk. And then they started to see how wild truth can really get. Can you light me? Or, yeah. Man, you're the motherfucking best. Hold on, I gotta take, just a little smoke break real quick. Woo!
It ain't kind, but it's weed.
It's weed. And I love. Okay, so yeah, we're in Medford, Oregon. I'm drinking 151 Bacardi straight. They're giving us free drinks as well. I'm kind of drinking everybody's drinks at this point. Like people are just ordering drinks and kind of leaving them there and shit. And I'm just drinking them, just drinking Long Island iced teas. I'm a drunk motherfucker at this point. And we fucking rocked the show. We sell a bunch of merch, and people get in the raffle, and like people were like, I could give you weed for raffle tickets, and they fucking gave us a gang of weed. And I was loving it. So on the way out, like, Cold and Matrix had to deal with a lot of shit from me, and they let a lot of shit slide. They were like, you're a rock star, but we're letting it slide because you're fun, and like you got some things to learn from. Or they looked up to, like, they were, I don't know why the fuck they put up with any of my fucking shit. But I'm like packing my shit up and holding them back, and Matrix is like really about schedule, be there, blah blah blah, and I fucking love that. But I'm a rock star, and I'm doing what the fuck I want to.
On that note,
and so on the way out, they're doing karaoke, and I'm like, play Tenacious D, and then I'm like sloppy drunk trying to sing fucker gently, fucker, whatever the fuck, just whatever the Tenacious D song is, fuck him. And about quarter ways through the fucking song, the DJ cuts me off, and he's like, everybody give a round of applause to Truth. Now I don't know if this is real, but I was talking about how small my dick was the whole fucking tour. And Matrix says that he's walking in to come get me, and I'm like, thank you guys, and everybody's clapping, and I'm like, but I got a small dick. And it was an on-running joke for the tour. It was hilarious. But so on the way out, taking more shots, lighting them on fire, smoking blunts and shit, hop in the car. We had a show in Sacramento. We drove down to Sacramento. Sacramento was tight. We ended up hanging out with a homeboy named Jay Bizzle, lacing up a track at his crib. You know what I'm saying? That thing, I don't know if they're going to release the track. They sent it to me and it slaps, so I don't know. But we might have some Bay Area shit coming out soon. Hey, let it slap, let it slap. So we do the show in Sacramento. We lace up the collab. We hop in the car. We go to the homeboys like family potluck and shit. Matrix had some family that gathered and like cooked a gang of bomb ass food. Me and Cold sitting there like playing chess. I'm getting my ass whooped in chess, but fucking Cold like killing a motherfucker 4 times in a row. But we having fun. And on to the next date, right? Where do we go? We drive from there to Portland and stop in Salem and grab some weed. And like Oregon has the best prices on weed. Like I love Oregon. Bought like a half ounce of weed for like $25. Go to Portland, meet Cold's family. They treated us with so much like hospitality and respect. And then Truth gets sloppy drunk again. Cause we play a fucking microbrewery and I'm drinking triple IPA, 12% fucking beer, and then start drinking like Truth does this dumb shit where he like runs behind the bar when the bartender's not looking and grabs bottles and slams them. Yeah, I'm an alcoholic and I have a fucking problem. And only my real friends tell me so. But then they say, don't be a bitch and take this shot with me.
Yep. I'm the motherfucker because I do. I will tell him.
Like when he tells me he was the problem growing up, I'm the problem now. We're both the problem sometimes. But like there was a point in time where I was afraid to drink with him. And so when he's like, Truth, you're being a problem, I'm like, damn, I must be really a fucking problem right now because this fucking guy is telling me something about it and he's the wiser, right? So we go to Portland. Somebody busts out the fucking window of the car and I'm pissed. And I grew up in the hood, so I'm only trying to pretend. Can you hold this phone real quick? Retaliate. And they're trying to calm me down. Cold and Matrix are trying to calm me down, and they're like, just chill out, bro. Just chill out. And I'm not liking to be told what to do right now. And then Matrix says something slick about like, you wouldn't even be on this tour if it wasn't for us, and like you wouldn't even have this weed if it wasn't for us. And I was like, you think I need some motherfucking weed? And I take that whole half ounce of weed and just throw it out the window. Shoo! And like homie stops the car and Matrix jumps out the back seat to fucking go hop, like to go grab the weed. And I'm still trying to roll up. And I don't realize that I have a cigar in my pocket. And I'm trying to roll up this fucking blunt, this fat ass blunt in a $20 bill. And they're like, don't even, like, you're not even going to be able to do that. I've smoked weed out of bills before. It works. You can do it. But they're like, don't do that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just being crazy at this point, right? And fucking Matrix, like, grabs the fucking $20 bill and the weed out of my hand. And I'm like trying to fight these motherfuckers, and they're like, calm the fuck down. And then like I, for some reason, like take off my shoes and my socks and my shirt because I feel like I'll fight better like that. And then like I decide I don't actually want to fight Cold because he's the only one really trying to fight. Like Matrix is like in the background just hopping around, like probably just not wanting to fight. And Cold's like really trying to stand up and ready to throw. And I don't even want to hurt Cold. And I'm like, move. And he's like, if you're going to fight anybody, it's me. And I'm like, well, I guess I don't get to fight anybody. And so I start to walk, right? I'm trying to be like calm now. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Just get back in the car. And I'm kind of like trying to see if they'll prove their loyalty. And they're like, just get back in the car. The cops come in and like some dude fucking pulls up behind them. I don't know, some random ass dude. And he's trying to act like a peacemaker and shit. And when you're done. So I walk up to the police officer. I'm like, all right, are we disturbing you at all? And he's like, no, not really. You can get back and, just carry on. And so I'm like, all right, cool. And I don't want to sit in glass anymore, right? Because I was sitting in the seat that had all the fucking glass in it, right? And so I hop in homie's car. He's like, I got McChickens. And I like, I'm gonna McChicken. I'm like trying to have him follow them. And like, I'm like, follow them. And he's like, what? And fucking, they take off. My phone's dead. I can't really get a hold of them. And like, I don't have any shoes or socks or a fucking shirt at this point. I'm just like, oh, fuck. All right. He's like trying to chase down his girlfriend. I'm like, nah, like, I don't really want to be part of this mission. Just stop somewhere so we can charge our phone. He's not wanting to stop anywhere. And I'm not really trying to get stranded anywhere. So finally, I like pass out drunk, right? Because I was drinking tequila and a bunch of dank beer and shit. And I'm like fucking passed out drunk in this dude's car. And finally, I feel the vehicle come to a stop. Where are we? And he's like, all right, bro. I found my chick and I need you to get out and like you can sleep in her car. Like I'm gonna give you a pillow and a blanket and like we'll come back for you. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, bro. Like I need you to get out right now. And I'm like, about to square up with this motherfucker in the street. And then this chick jumps in the driver's seat of his car and just takes off in it. And he's like running down the street trying to like jump in the fucking car and shit. And well, I mean, I had a pillow and a blanket, so I went and slept in this bitch's car. And woke up in the morning and took some house in the house shoes and found myself a motherfucking a shirt. And I ended up in this coffee shop that was like held AA meetings. And I went to an AA meeting because I got the first step down at least. I can admit that I got a problem, or I can be a problem, or something. Woo! So, yeah, we go and track down Cold's dad because neither Matrix nor Cold want to like respond to truth. Yeah, as fuck, like AF capitalized. Um, so we go and find their old residence, and like I'm like throwing a haymaker at this point. Like I contact his mom through Facebook and is like, hey, can you have like so and so call me, have your husband call me please. And he calls me and he's like, look dog, I just don't want any trouble, you guys need to act like adults about this. I'm like, I'm just trying to get my property. All my stuff's in their vehicle still, some of the stuff that's in the vehicle isn't even mine, so I'm just trying to retrieve the property. And so we kind of squash things, right? And we decide that, like, we're going to continue to do the shows together. We go to fucking Eugene, Oregon. That was a tight show. I had the homeboy out there. What the fuck is his name, man? Fuck, I don't remember his name right now. But he got real super heated that he didn't win the raffle, and he was like, this like youngster talking about blah 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 blah, and I was already trying to hook him up. Like, he didn't win all the from the raffle, but I threw him like a t-shirt, was trying to give him a poster and shit. He's like, cash these fake, blah blah blah. And I dropped the fucking poster like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? And he was like, oh no, I'm just playing. I'm like, you can gut check me, right? And so I let him gut check me. He's like, not if you don't like, you gotta gut check me back, bro. And blah, 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 blah. And so like we exchange hits, and he's like loving it. And like at this point, like I think I'm scaring Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like Matrix is not liking the violence that comes along with rap music, and I'm part of the world, right? So we go and we do another show in Portland. At that place, we rebooked. We're gonna be back in Portland on May 2nd. At I don't want to get the venue name wrong, but we're gonna be back in Portland, Oregon on May 2nd. So be on the lookout for that. That's the first date we have booked of 2019, and we're gonna be so lit. It's gonna be lit city. It's either gonna be one of my solo tours, or the Busted Weird tour, or the Wavy tour. I got I don't know what we're gonna be doing in what order. So be on the lookout for that. May 2nd, Oregon. We will be there in Portland. What time is it? What?
2:16.
Okay. All right. Actually got to get off here in a second, but I'm going to finish this up. So we did a couple of shows in Utah. Those fucking banked out real tight. It was real fucking tight. Cole decided to drop off the tour. He did offer to bring me back to Albuquerque, but Matrix was like, yo, you can finish the tour with me. Then Matrix decided that he was going to leave me in Denver and take all my clothes and some other possessions that I had. Only left me with my backpack and a bunch of merch. I just got back home from Denver. While I was in Denver, we did a bunch of cool shit. I went to the Stanley Hotel where they filmed The Shining. That was super fun. If you guys want more like insight on shit that we're doing, follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. It's true, the number 2 DA rhymes, all one word. Go like the Truth page on It's Just Truth, capital T, first letter R-U-T-H, dots in between the letters. I got to get off. I got some things that I got to do right now. But I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Please, check out the new content that's coming out. Continue to watch. This is The Climb. How do I post this? I do not know how to post these, I guess.
I guess I might head back over there too as well.